Hey everybody, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Michael. You're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views, and today we've got a juicy one for you guys.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be talking about some potential major plot points in Episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is your official spoiler warning. This could be potentially pretty big spoilers, and maybe the type of thing you'll see in the trailers, but we don't know that.
Yeah.
So, it may not even be true, but we have our reasons to believe some of it will be, so spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. There you go.
Spoilers. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's jump right into it. So, this is something that we've been hearing, sort of bits and pieces have been kind of trickling out of this over the last couple months, last 6 months or so.
Yeah.
So now, the German website, Star Wars Union, has given us a new report just a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And this is from... reported by a contractor that worked in the area in Ireland,
Yeah.
where they have been filming basically a replica of the Skellig Michael set.
Which we had heard about and seen posted
Yep.
for sure, so yeah.
There's pictures, you can see right here, the beehive structures, which are, I'm guessing, the Jedi Temple.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other photos. You can see here all these figures standing around. There's some smoke here.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're saying is that this is actually part of a scene that is a big showdown between Luke Skywalker and Rey and Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
And they're saying maybe Chewbacca will be involved in, well, that's what they are saying.
Yeah, yeah. And that it happens at night.
Yes, so these pictures are from the day, but obviously for night shooting, you bring everyone there during the sort of evening before the sun goes down. Once the sun sets, boom, you only have 8 hours, you gotta get this
Shoot
stuff
it all
done.
you can, and then, yeah.
So what they're saying is that this, they filmed all night until dusk, night shooting. It involves Chewbacca, Luke, and Rey, and there's like these black helmeted, armored people that, certainly fits the description of the Knights of Ren.
Yeah.
And there's a big sort of battle sequence. Looks like a ship has crashed or
Yeah.
something. There's smoke coming out.
But that's it. That's all they stated.
Yeah. But this does tie in very closely to a report that MakingStarWars.net gave us 6 months ago.
Yeah, so they reported 6 months ago, and, you know, at this time there was no real evidence to support this, but
We kind of wrote it off because
Yeah.
it was like an anonymous source and they had this big whole cockamamie story.
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
But it's a very plot-heavy, sort of dense report saying that there is going to be Rey and Luke are going to be training, and then they're going to get interrupted by Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren, who come in, and a big battle ensues. And what they're saying was that Kylo Ren is going to fight Rey off on their own, and then Luke is
so
going to...
the scene begins at sunset.
Yeah, at sunset,
Yeah.
and at night they come in and, interrupt the training, and then Kylo Ren and Rey are going to go off and fight on their own, and then Luke becomes a total badass and takes out all the Knights of Ren by himself,
Yeah.
using force pushes and, all these force special, special effects heavy fight scene, and then after that, Rey is going to lose to Kylo Ren, and then Luke is going to go up and confront Kylo Ren on his own, and then let him go and not actually, kill him. But that's the very plot-heavy details that were given about this, which coincides with the Star Wars Union report that we heard.
Which, the other week, we had the fortunate chance to see Mark Hamill himself.
Yeah.
And he kind of confirmed a little bit of this. He said that a number of months ago, towards the end of filming, he was filming night shooting.
Yeah.
And it was a very special effects heavy sequence, very involved, shooting at night. If you're shooting in the studio, you don't do night shooting. It's a studio. There's no windows. You shoot in the day.
Yeah.
So the only reason you'd be shooting at night is if you're on location.
Yeah.
And special effects heavy, very involved.
Which he also said it was a very special effects heavy scene. He didn't say anything about himself doing combat, but I don't think that he would have said that.
Well, also the
report
report said that there was lots of wire work involved.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
So Mark Hamill himself, as recently as last week, we saw it with our own eyes.
Yeah.
We were in the room with him.
So
he said that.
So I think for sure that confirms the Star Wars Union one about there being a fight scene and it's at night. However, I don't know if that means that this Making Star Wars .net,
which is very much more detailed and specific.
Plot. Yeah, I don't know if that necessarily makes that true or not. So we'll see, because the plot details seem like a little bit more possible to speculate, and there's no real heavy facts for it other than the one person who's reported this.
But it is all tying together. So maybe part of that's true, part of it's speculation. They never really... Sometimes people make extrapolations, but they don't really say that.
Yeah, yeah.
They just kind of pass it off as facts, so maybe some of that's true.
But it definitely, there's a lot more evidence to support it now that we've heard another report from Star Wars Union, and also we've heard it from Mark Hamill himself that he was doing the night shooting. So it's very possible that that report is now also true. And on top of that, I think it'll be really cool that there's going to be an actual like fight scene where we get to see Luke as a badass, which is what we're all been kind of waiting for.
You know it's going to happen at some point, whether or not, like how involved it will be, but you know, it's like just picturing that, like I just picture like all the Knights of Ren lined up and they said also it starts to rain.
Yeah.
And it's in the rain and Luke walks into the foreground. You see that green lightsaber just go.
Yeah. So one thing that I want to point out about that is, does that mean that the shot that we saw of Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren in the flashback might have actually been a flash forward?
That's what some people are speculating. Maybe it's a vision of the future.
Yeah, to when they fight them in the future.
But they showed them killing all the dead bodies of the students, though, and not everything else you saw was in the past. So.
Yeah, I mean, but it's raining and it's at night, which is what we're hearing about this one. So, you know... But that also begs the question: what were the Knights of Ren doing during The Force Awakens?
See, this is my theory. My theory is that the Knights of Ren are all dead because Luke killed them all, and then he couldn't bring himself to kill his nephew, so he spared Kylo Ren, and then went off to go find the Jedi Temple to sort of gain more knowledge in the Force and figure out a way how to go around this.
Stop Snoke.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, he comes back, all the students are dead, and, like, he could easily wipe out the Knights of Ren. They don't even think they're proper Sith.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other thing, though, is that maybe when that happened, they weren't all there when he arrived. Maybe this happened when he was off-world or something. Right. He comes back, and they're all gone, and he realized.
You're right, though. What the hell are they doing in Force Awakens? Yeah, you got Han Solo coming out of hiding, Rey's using the Force, Snoke is saying there's something's changing.
They start attacking like Starkiller Base. It's like, why were the Knights of Ren there to help defend it?
Yeah.
The only way that I can have to explain that is they might be like with Snoke wherever he is, either training with him.
There's like 6 of them in the flashback. You need like 1 or 2 I can understand.
And also, like, Kylo Ren's supposed to be the master of the Knights of Ren, so why isn't he commanding them wherever he is? Why is he going off by himself?
Yeah. He's the master of the Knights of Ren. But what is he master of?
Yeah, unless they're like Imperial Guard who are hanging out with Snoke to defend him, and he doesn't want them out yet. But it still seems like. Yeah.
Well, also in the photos that they show from the Ireland shoot, there's like 20 guys. It's like in the flashback, you only see. I think there's 6 in total.
6 or 7, yeah.
But there's like a whole bunch. I don't know if that's Knights of Ren, and also like. On J.J. Abrams' Force Awakens, like they had those like privacy cloaks to hide the costumes, but I don't know.
They didn't even do it for this one. Then.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyways, that's a lot of speculation. I kind of hope we see it because I want to see Luke kill a bunch of people. That sounds really bad. But I want to see him be like a badass, and like but he can't just do that with only Kylo Ren as his adversary because then it's like, well, you kill off the only like other
That's true. That's a good point.
So he's got to kill someone.
He's got to kick someone's ass.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting. Either way, there's lots to speculate. We can go on about this, but what's your opinion? What's your take on it? Because there's lots of variables here.
Yeah, but it does sound exciting, and I really like. That's the scene that I'm waiting for this movie more than probably any other scene.
Yeah, so it's just like it makes how did they find them? They must have got the map. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, maybe BB-8 still has the map, but they get it from the.
But is this a climactic scene, or does it occur halfway through?
I don't know. Yeah, it seems like that would be the climactic scene, but that also means.
But
that
Kylo training the entire time.
Yeah, that also means that Luke and Rey just sang out the entire movie in training.
I don't know. There's something doesn't quite add up to it, but unless they escape, and then that's like sort of maybe this is like. The Imperial Walker sequence at the beginning, like it occurs 30 minutes in, and then they have to flee, and then
maybe because we hear about them going to other worlds and stuff too, as other reports. Anyways, so that's speculation. We'll see. Let us know what you guys think about what's going to happen in the movie in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.